Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead and
right here, right now.
subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up, everybody? Football season is back, baby. You know how Coach Hayes like to do it. We do the pregame and the postgame, and we here for it. We in the building. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, and we're going to make sure we in the building. Let me get a thumbs up. Make sure I'm not talking to cyberspace, because we were just jumping out of the Discord over there, man, a.k.a. the Champagne Room, having a good time, man. Ooh, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Straight up, let's get to it, man. Colorado, Georgia Tech. I got to take my hat off to Colorado. I think they played a game that was not expected. I can't say it's a great game, but I think they showed a lot of fight. Colorado, as we know, Georgia Tech, if you didn't watch the game, Georgia Tech actually turned the ball over in their first 3 possessions, end up giving Colorado a touchdown. Unfortunately, Colorado couldn't score touchdowns on the other ones, and that's where the problem lay, in my opinion. They got to be able to turn those into touchdowns. Field goals are cool, but they're not great, right? It's like going to church. We prefer the money that folds versus the one that jingles. And you got to be able to score touchdowns, man. Let's go through the box score right quick, just a little bit, so you guys get a better understanding for some people that maybe didn't watch it. Haynes King was 13 of 20 for 143 and an interception. He also ran the ball 17 times for 107 yards, 6.3 a carry for 2 touchdowns. Jamal Haynes, 15 carries for 61 yards. And then Malachi Hosley, 7 for 47, and so forth and so on. Here's what's interesting. Colorado on the flip side, Kaden Salter was 14 for 23, 139 in a tub. All right. Michael Welch, who I'm really impressed with. I liked him as a freshman. Also, 11 carries for 64 yards. Kaden Salter, 12 for 38. And Simeon Price, 5 for 30. I really was impressed with the fact that Colorado really tried to run the ball, right, and made a conscious effort in doing so. So you got to love it. You got to appreciate it. I really say that. From a receiving standpoint, I think the highest was the Kalen Taylor. The back out the backfield had the most carries, had 3 carries. 3 catches, for 38 yards. So this is kind of a flip of what we saw last year when it pertained to Colorado, where the passing numbers would have been extremely high and the running was lower. But here's where I go before I open up the phone lines. The numbers are already there. You guys please feel free to call in and start the queue up. But as you come on in, go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe button, as well as notification bell, so you will have all of this content that comes out on this channel as we getting ready to get into this deal, man. But let's look at the team stats right quick. And this was huge. 463 total yards for Georgia Tech versus 305. Shout out to Colorado in total yards. 143 passing for Georgia Tech, 320 on the ground. They brought in the Marine Corps, man. Let them know what time it is. From the passing for Colorado was 159 to 146. So a very balanced offense, just wasn't enough. Again, I think the difference in it was Colorado could not capitalize on the turnover game, right? Georgia Tech's defense stepped up and made plays. I thought that Colorado definitely has a lot of upside going forward in this season. I think they'll definitely do some big things in the Big 12. However, this particular game, not so much. Time of possession, 32 minutes to basically 28 minutes in here, man. So all of that stuff was kind of even. The difference was that they could not turn turnovers into touchdowns. And that was the biggest thing. Georgia Tech literally pulled the GUN out and blasted themselves in the foot, but they found a way to overcome that by just doing what they do, grind the ball. And I'm going to tell you something that was very interesting with Georgia Tech. They were killing the edges on Colorado, right, with the jet sweeps off the edge, off tackle. But in the second half, they got away from it. And I was kind of wondering, like, dang, why are they getting away from the edge play, man? You know what I mean? Why are they getting away from it? But you had a chance to see the veteran play. I'm sorry, I'm looking up here at the TV. You had a chance to look at the veteran play of a Haynes King, what is a 6-year guy, So he's got a lot of experience, a lot of exposure to different games, being in all these different situations, no panic. And that's really what was the tail of it, man. Now, I will say this. They could not stop the run, Colorado. And teams going forward will study this tape and try to emulate the same thing. It is a copycat league. They're going to say, hey, they kind of soft on the edge. What are they going to do about it? Passing the ball, it was okay for Georgia Tech. I thought Kaden Salter did a good job with the ball. He didn't look panicked. He didn't look rushed. The O-line looked better. They gave him very good pockets. Sometimes it broke down. But there were some things that I did question. Colorado had a 3rd and 2, I want to say on the 5-yard line, ended up getting sacked. Now you put it in field goal range. That's what I was saying. Here we go, back to field goal range again, right? Not being able to put the ball across the goal line in order to score a touchdown. Think about it. If you could turn those 3 turnovers into touchdowns, that's 21 points, right? And they've only scored 20, and then they had other drives beyond that. Now, will it always happen? Of course not. I give this game definitely some credence, but like I said in the pregame show, this doesn't hurt Colorado as much as a loss to Georgia Tech would have hurt Georgia Tech. So I think they're still in good shape, right? Not conference play, so forth and so on. Everybody wants to win it. I get it. I totally understand that. But I can say this. I think Colorado looks more complete than they were the past 2 years as a team overall. Defense was flying to the ball. Still saw some things Colorado did that they did last year. They played a lot of man in this game too. And I thought I may have seen a couple of things different, but unfortunately we didn't. Like I said, please go ahead and call in right now, 862-799-9956. Build up the queue. We got Ohio play on the line already. And I would love to hear your point of view in regard to this. I think something else that was key and critical was the management the last minute of the game, right? You walk out of this game with 2 timeouts in your pocket. As they say, you can't take them with you, right? Use them, right? Be strategic about it. I know you may want to save 1 for the field goal, but you can also spike the ball to get the for the touchdowns and so forth. So use them. Use them, right? Kaden Salter, I have to be honest, on that play where he went up and ran backwards to get out of bounds, in his mind, he was doing the right thing, but the situation, you got 2 timeouts. Go vertical, baby. Get all you can, get down, right? Call a timeout. Those are precious seconds right there. And the very long pass he threw earlier was a panic throw, in my opinion. You got time. Hit the intermediate. Maybe you break one. You got 2 timeouts. That's situational football. And that's where most games are won and lost. When it's really close, the situation is what either hurts you, or if your players are smart, they help you and they understand how to get through these things. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Like I said, as it backs up, I know we want to talk for a long time and all those things, but as it goes on, please, we're going to try to adhere to the 2 minutes on the thing, on the clock when it goes off. Try to let you wrap this up. I know kind of in the offseason, are real lax on the 2 minutes, probably didn't even put the clock up. But as the season goes, a lot more people want to call in and talk. If there's nobody else on the line, then we'll go ahead and chop it up. But let me read some of these comments here as it's building up, and we'll get it rocking. Let me see. Amanda in the building. What's up with you? 3 turnovers by Georgia Tech and should have capitalized on all of them. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Life in football. Some of the worst in-game clock management I've ever seen. Prime said, F this, I'm ready. Y'all tough, boy. Golly. Shout out to Kenneth Tongue. Coach, play cop car. Man, shout out to the Discord. Shout out to my girl Ray. She on. Look at this. Ooh, yeah. Get out of here. I ain't messing with that. The Gold Jackets coin said Gold Jackets versus Yellow Jackets. And guess what? The Yellow Jackets was stinging tonight, baby. They made it happen. Real quick, appreciate you, FP Liberal, for the $5. What coach at CU knows the run pass option with all that amazing wide receiver? With Julian get in the game? I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Kaden Salter. That touchdown that he threw was big time right there. All right, here we go. Clock management. That's going to be the hot topic when it comes to Colorado this week. Clock management. That last minute of the game. How do you get down the field? How do you get across the line? What kind of passes do you do in order to get yourself open? What kind of road routes? Those kind of things. You got to be able to play that kind of stuff. Again, poor management. Appreciate you guys. Daniel Berry, man, y'all go check that man out. Over 30,000 videos on his channel. Man, that boy putting in work. Y'all go check him out, man. Coach Prime can't manage 2 minutes. Y'all tough out here, baby. Y'all tough. Y'all got 6 and 6, boy. Let me see. Salter could have slid for the first down to stop the clock. Again, that's situational football. These are the things we're talking about here, man. Let me see. GAT 744. The X and O's are very bad. Here, facts. God bless. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button as you come on in. We got 217 in the building right now and climbing. Make it happen. Deion threw the towel after the last Haynes King touchdown. But y'all rough, boy. Brian, man, what the heck? Disappointing. I get it. Yeah, it was a good game. I have to be honest with you. I'm a defensive guy by nature. I love defense, so I love the back and forth defensively. I just don't know what kind of, and I'll go back and look at it when I do the good, bad, and ugly. I just don't know what kind of adjustments defensively they made. I saw them still doing the same thing. And I thought Georgia Tech really was about to shoot themselves in the foot, not pressing the edges, not using the jet. I mean, they were getting huge yards on jet sweeps. At one point, they were up to 7.1 or 7.2 yards a play. And then it kind of, tapered down. But, man, good win, good game, good atmosphere. Let's make it happen. Let's see here. Y'all tough. Let's go ahead and jump into the phone line before they get backed up like I-95. Ohio player. He was first on the line. Ohio player, talk to me, baby. We got 2 minutes.
Hey, what's up, Coach Hayes? How you doing?
I'm good, baby. Talk to me, man. What's on your mind, brother?
Yeah. Well, like I told you at first, if they stop the run, if they could stop the run, they win the game. They didn't stop the run, so they didn't win the game. It's really that simple. Not only that, I think Kaden Salter, he has to play better than that. There was some key missed throws that he had, even that open touchdown. He ran in for a touchdown. There's that open throw to the end zone, the red zone that he missed.
Yes, sir.
A couple of missed throws he had. He had like 3 or 4. That was key. And then, like I said, that game, clock management at the end of the game, was uncalled for that. So what I'm saying, he's a veteran, so he should knew. I don't know why they didn't call a timeout when they should have with 30-something seconds left. To me, that defensive line is still too light. What I'm saying? I still think I thought they had corrected that problem, and stuff like that. But when I heard Warren Sapp say nobody 330 or 325 can play for me and everything, I was like, because you need a lot of penetration up front, and they didn't get that as much as I think they should have in this particular ball game. Because, for layers, since this game was scheduled, they knew what Georgia Tech was going to do. They knew what their bread and butter was. They're the best rushing team in college football this last year, and they knew what he was going to do. And like you said, they was returning a lot of key starters, and they kept pounding the ball down their throat. And like I said, the defensive backs, they could have played a better game. That number 23, I can still remember him as a freshman in that Stanford game and how he was just getting cooked. But he gotten better. But it just, it's a lot of things they need to adjust, and they need to prepare better for. And I think he will. It's the first game, so I'm not gonna overreact. I know a few people overreact, but I'm not gonna overreact. First game, but Kaden Salter, he has got to play better. And he's a veteran, and I think he will. Coach Prime knows better than anybody what his team has to do and has to execute. And I think they're gonna do it because the line blocked pretty good today. I like the running game from number 29 Welsh. He was excellent today. So that was the one of the few bright spots. But they just got to play well. It was a good game. Georgia Tech is a running team, and they did not stop the run, and they lost. I think so. You just got to deal with that. So but I think they still gonna be a good team. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll just say this to you real quick, Ohio player. Appreciate it. Thank you for the call. But I'll say this to you. You're right. And those 2 passes that Kaden Salter kind of lets sail out his hand, that is a key element of trying to be too careful with the ball. Just put it on him. Just throw it. You can't worry about if he catch it or not. Just put it on him, right? And sometimes, in games, I get it. We want to make a very easy, catchable pass, and those things happen. If you put it on them, I think it's definitely a different outcome, especially that touchdown down there. But that's what I said before. They weren't turning turnovers and opportunities into touchdowns. They would turn them into field goals, man. Sir. So I appreciate that, man. Ohio player, I was saying, man, give me your last quick thought, and I'm going to move on to the next call. Appreciate you.
Yes, when Kaden Salter, can't find an open wide receiver, he has the ability to run, and I don't think he did that as much. So that's something else he has to work on. He has the legs to do it. So if you can't find nobody, that's open, hey, use your legs. So
Gotcha.
with all that being said, it's still gonna be a good season.
Yeah.
Go team.
Yep. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, Ohio player. All right, good call right there, man, from the Ohio player. Like I said, we're gonna kind of stick to the 2 minutes. Another $5 from FP Liberal in the building. Georgia Tech traveled up to Boulder and won. Not good, man. Thank you for the $5, brother. I appreciate it, man. Definitely. Let me check. I gotta check the Cash App. Gotta give love to the Cash App folks out here. So if you like to donate to Cash App, $ Coach Hayes Football, you'll see this logo right here. If you don't see that logo and you give your money to somebody else, you're like Lizzo at the basketball game, but you might be asked out. But anyway, let me go on to the next caller that we had on the deck. 6046 on the line. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. You got 2 minutes.
My name is Isaiah, and my issue with tonight was I felt like the offensive play calling was real elementary. They kept trying to go to the flat, and it was not working. And as far as Kaden Salter, I feel like on the second turnover, they was a 3rd and long. He had the opportunity to run for the first down, but instead he just decided to chuck the ball up. Which just, instead of extending the drive, you just gave it right back to Georgia Tech. But as far as the defense, I feel like the defense did its part. It's just they got worn out for just being on the field for a long period of time.
Yeah, and to your point, I think the same thing, right? I told you I felt like this game was going to be a game of physicality, and that's what it was. But I have to give Colorado his credit. They were physical defensively. I thought they were attacking the ball carrier, being real physical up front. O-line being physical on the run plays. Again, that's just us looking at it. I didn't break it down yet, so it's just kind of off the cuff. But again, they just couldn't execute when it was at the most opportune time to get points. And I think that really, really hurt them. And I kept saying, man, they one step away, which is Georgia Tech, from popping a big one. And I said in the Discord while we were watching the game, I told them, because I'm your favorite coach now, I said Haynes King gonna pop one at the end. But I was telling people before the game, Vegas knows something. They only had them by a 3-point favorite. So Vegas knows something. You understand me? These people do that for a living, man. But yeah, man, go ahead and give us your last thoughts, man, and I'll push on.
Yeah. But I just feel like with dual threat quarterbacks, I feel like they try to prove that they are a passer when your ability is to run and extend plays. Like Haynes, he ran the ball 19 times. Like it didn't matter if he was passing the ball, he did what he had to do to win. So I feel like if you have the ability to run, just use your legs until the pass game open up.
There it is, man. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call tonight, brother, man. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, much love right there. We're going to 58.99. 58.99. Like I say, guys, if you want to call on in, please do so. 862-799-9956. Please feel free when you call in. You can actually hear the show as well through your phone, so you don't have to watch both. Also, if you're watching me on the TV, I really appreciate it. But if you call in, please turn it down because it will come through your phone and give us some feedback. So 58.99, call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from, and you got 2 minutes.
John from Atlanta. John from Atlanta, man. How you doing?
I'm good, John. Talk to us, man. What's on your mind?
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm just a fan on the couch, man. But the issues I had was I felt like the defense was flat-footed, and they got juked the whole game. It seems like every time the running back or the quarterback came through, it took them 2 seconds to catch it, just to juke it. I don't know. Man, the next thing, they got a free Kaden Salter. Free him, man. Let him play his game. He's a dual threat quarterback. Let him do that. Just play your game, man. Just do what you do. Also, I felt like they were throwing left and right instead of throwing vertical. It's like at the wrong time. I'm like, come on, we all can see it. That, again, this is me talking from the couch. Another thing, feed Amorion Miller. Dude is a beast. My opinion, my couch opinion, he's one of the best wide receivers in college football. They gotta feed that man. Cause when he out there, he make things happen. They wasn't feeding. Another thing, I felt like the play calling was bad. It was bad. I felt like play calling was bad. One more thing, I felt like Haynes King did what Kaden Salter should have done. You know, And that is extend the play with your legs, be that dual threat quarterback. We all seen Kaden Salter do this in other places. We saw this. We know he can do it. Let him do it. Let him cook. Just play his game. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I got to say, man. Thank you for letting me be on.
No problem, brother. Anytime, man. Thank you. All right, real quick question before I go to the next caller. A lot of people are getting on Pat Shermer's head, play calling in the chat. But I think you would have to agree the offense looks totally different. I saw motion. I saw formation shifts. I saw all type of stuff going on, right? Let me know if that's some of y'all thoughts, all right? Let me know if that's some of y'all thoughts. 1007 on the line. No, I'm sorry, 7171 on the line. Apologize, 7171 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. Got 2 minutes.
This Frank calling from Houston. Yeah, I think that what the last caller was talking about going across the middle, I think that's because the quarterback Salter, he can't. It seemed like he's not processing his reads, and because the most targeted player was the running back, he had like 10 targets, and to me, those are a lot of those dump offs was panic throws, where he's not going through his progressions. You could see it. He get happy feet sometimes, and the O-line did a great job blocking for him. I was saying to myself, if Shador had this amount of time, he might have won the Heisman, at least won in the first round, because Salter had all day to stand back there and to have all these receivers and not be able to capitalize on that, have enough confidence to throw over the middle, to try to hit some of those in-breaking routes and just kind of spam and going to the outside. That just tell me that his arm talent isn't good enough. I honestly feel like if he's not gonna run, because and he can't run like Haynes King, damn near 6'5", 230. That's a big boy. Salter look little. So if he ain't gonna be a running threat, they might as well let that Juju kid get in there. He can hand the ball off, and at least he could, he a gifted passer. You might as well start that experiment now. That's how I feel. Just want to share my opinion on that.
Well, here's what I'll say, just real quick, as we got a little bit of time to run.
Okay.
If you look at the first half, Kaden Salter was what they didn't even give him a lot of opportunities to even throw the ball. Dog, I'm trying to remember. Was he only had like 12 yards. He was like 4 for 8. I think 4 for 8 for 12 yards. No, what I'm saying is he only threw 8 passes in a half, in a half of the game.
Is that play call though, or is that because of his limitations? It seemed like Pat was kind of hesitant to really let it go. So I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. But when I see him missing check down throws or throwing across his body, missing guys by 5 feet, then it does beg the question: would I give him the keys to the full offense if I don't trust he gonna be, seemed like they ran a real simple and limited offense. Whereas it's like trying to put regular gas in a Ferrari, man. You got all these receivers. They got some good receivers up there. And to me, it's if we can't, they're not built to do whatever they're trying to do tonight. This team, no matter how you cut it, they built to throw that ball, get the ball in the hands of those receivers. You got tall ones, little ones, big ones. And play fast and use that speed. But this was nasty, man.
I mean, I'm just looking at it, bro. I'll just say this real quick before we die out here on time. I mean, Michael Welch had 11 carries, 64 yards, 5.8 a carry, excuse me. Salter was 12 carries, 38 yards, and 3.2. And then again, Price, who kind of caught some balls out the backfield, I thought he did a decent job with that. Or Taylor, excuse me. Taylor caught 3 balls out the backfield with that wheel route. I thought it was big. I just know he missed them on those 2, man. But yeah, bro, I totally understand. But I appreciate your call. Thank you so much. We backing up here like we in a traffic jam. So I'm gonna get these 2 minutes in. Good call right there. Great call. All right, here we go. 4148. Excuse me, 4148. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Hey man, this game 78 calling from Chapin, South Carolina. Big time Hurricane fan from Georgia, man.
I love it, man. Talk to me, man. What's on your mind about the game?
Hey man, Colorado cannot stop the run, bro. I mean, they got absolutely gashed. I mean, the thing is like, I do love the pass rush. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I see improvement. I also saw that offense was stagnant at times, and it was stagnant when it should have been firing on all cylinders, running down the field, because with those 3 turnovers, bro, you got to put points on the board. You cannot leave those on the field if you want to win. But I will say this. I do see improvement because that pass rush is dynamic. And Haynes King is not one that you really catch in the backfield like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, 100%. I thought I don't think they took any runs for a negative. I think they all got 1+ yards. I think they all were positive plays. May not be big plays, but definitely you didn't catch any guys in the backfield, kind of like on the handoff or anything like that.
And you're right, man. And just Coach Hayes, just one last thing, because I know I got 2 minutes. Man, I didn't get a chance to call into the show last week. But I will tell you this, man. All the Canes getting together in South Carolina to watch this game, man. We got the Canes over Notre Dame, 31-28.
I like the fact you got us winning. I think you're giving them too much credit. I give you 31-17. How about that? Take that to the bank.
Hey, you know what? If you say it, I'll take it to the bank and catch that shit, my bro.
I love it, man. Appreciate you, dog. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good one, man. I'm out of here.
You too. All right, man. That's cool, man. Yes, sir. All right, let me get to the next one. Oh, but we got an old fan favorite up in this joint. Y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all go ahead and clap it up for my dog up in here. Huh? I said, clap it up for my dog up in here. Rob from Texas. I ain't talked to you in a long time, Rob. What's going on, buddy?
Well, I appreciate the introduction.
Yes, sir.
Well,
you got 2 minutes.
We deserve to lose. We deserve to lose.
What?
It's sad to say it. We deserve to lose. There is no way that you get 2 fumbles, 1 interception in the first quarter, and all you can come out with is 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. Now, basically, the reason we lost, Kaden Salter. Kaden Salter, was introduced as a dual quarterback.
Okay.
He's not. He's not a dual quarterback.
Okay.
If we compare his rushing stats with King, I mean, it's ridiculous. So basically, the reason I called in is because I want to start the Juju train. We want Juju. We want Juju. We want Juju. This is not it. This is not it.
Let me ask you this, Rob, as the time clicks down. All dual threat quarterbacks are not equal. Is that fair? Rob?
We'll see. Okay. Yeah, okay.
No, I'm asking a question. A question. Because, yes, Kaden Salter may be considered a dual threat quarterback, but Haynes King's dual threat skill set is a little bit different.
Would you agree that Pat Shurmur doesn't trust Salter throwing the ball? Would we both agree on that?
Can I be very honest with you? Based on what I saw, and I'm going to compare last year Pat Shurmur to this year Pat Shurmur, I don't know what he does. Because if I look at last year's Pat Shurmur under Shador, you would have thought it was 2 different coordinators here. You would have thought they had a brand new one this year.
But here's the thing. I don't think it was Pat Shurmur's fault. I don't think that.
So whose fault is it?
I think that Pat Shurmur, who's there 24/7 in Boulder, doesn't trust the quarterback. So if you don't trust him, why have him out there? Put Juju.
But I thought Kaden Salter made good throw. I think he really crapped the bed on those 2 throws for the touchdown, definitely. But I thought he was poised in the pocket. He had good zip on the ball. He threw a good deep ball.
There's no way that you can have 2 fumbles and 1 interception, and all you can come up with is 7 points. But that's the reason we lost the game.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying. The very first 3 possessions were fumbles by Georgia Tech. He walked out at halftime with only 8 throws. So is it the play call? Now back to what you're saying. I get what you're saying, that Pat Shurmur doesn't trust him to throw the ball. However, they were getting good yardage running the ball. They really were getting good yardage running the ball.
But here's the thing. Let's be realistic.
All right, let's finish out.
Throwing the ball, when he was throwing the ball, how confident were you? I wasn't confident at all.
I didn't have any hesitation about him throwing the ball. I think he knew what he was doing. He jacked up those 2 throws. Now that definitely, I am with you 10,000% on those 2 throws. But like I said, I don't know, man. I looked at it,
and then it's really funny. It's really funny how everybody wants to say, "Oh well, Coach Prime should have called the timeouts." Well, can't the quarterback call a timeout?
Yeah, but if he's not directed to do so,
isn't he supposed to be a veteran? Is he supposed to be a veteran quarterback?
But that's not fair, Rob. That's not fair. You are a head coach. You had a coaching staff on the sideline with a referee right on the sideline.
Shermer doesn't trust him.
You can call a timeout. But as a head coach, hold on. I'll say this last line, and I got to run.
Why have him out there,
Rob?
Why have him out there?
I got you. This is what I'm gonna do, Rob. Because we got so many people, and I want to respect everybody. It's not the off season. I'm gonna cut this one short, but we'll be back on Tuesday. Definitely, we can dive deep. But I will say this at the very end: we can't put clock management on the quarterback like that when you, as a head coach or a coaching staff, that is your job. That is your job. Your job is, hey, ref, if it's incomplete.
The reason.
Hold on, Rob. Wait a minute, Rob. Rob?
We want Juju.
Okay, fine.
We want Juju.
Fine, not a problem. Okay, we want Juju. Hashtag we want Juju. No problem. I get you.
Absolutely.
Please call in Tuesday, Robin. We can chop it up.
All right, man.
Thanks, buddy. All right, here we go. Let me get to the next caller here. Y'all piling up in the joint. Do me a favor. If you call in and you've already called in, make sure you hang up, because if not, it'll keep stacking. I just want to make sure. 8034 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from. Give us your name. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Coach Hayes, William from Louisiana.
Oh my God, this is William from Louisiana.
Man, we got to play something, right?
Talk to me, William.
Let me play one. Hold on real quick.
Here we go.
It ain't what you think it is, but it's just gonna be an intro. Hold on.
You about to get. Let me make sure I got this mute button, because you about
turn up.
Because you about to get. Oh, stick. Man, the side. Talk to me. Yeah.
Man, my boy, 3 Salt got all the curves a man like. Man, that boy 3 Salt is the man.
Okay, talk to me. What about 3 Salt?
3 Salt is the man. He did everything you can ask for in the first game.
Well, he's a vet now. Hold on, he's a vet.
He looked good. Forget what Texas talking about, Rob. Because that's just like Micah got traded. We out of there. We in with 3 Salt, and I want everybody to call him that, 3 Salt. You can get it on aisle 3.
3 Salt. I love it. Aisle 3.
Wherever you shop, you can get it on aisle 3.
Hey, William, you sound like you shop at George and Jerry's IGA. That would sound like you shop at. And it'd be flies on the lettuce.
Salt look good. That boy looked good. We don't know what was up with this game. But I can tell you this. I'm calling you in wins, never losses. So I expect to call you 12 games in a row after this game. This reminds me of that game when Coach Prime started. And after that first game with TCU, they say,
all right.
What did he say? How he said that?
I don't know, but the clock is running. Let me hit you.
No. Hey, how did Coach Prime say that with that first game he played and they beat TCU?
I don't know.
What did he say?
He probably said, I remember what he said. Do you believe now? Do you believe now?
Do you believe in now? That's what I'm saying. Do you believe now? And just think, they didn't do anything after that win. So they lost. But after this loss, they're going to do everything.
I love it. Appreciate you, William, from Louisiana. I got to keep rolling, dog. We got to get this traffic moving.
All right, Coach.
Let's go, baby. Hey, yeah.
3 Salt. Put that in the chat. 3 Salt.
I see somebody call him Salt Bay.
Salt from now
That's crazy.
on.
Appreciate it.
Salt. Don't. Hey, I don't want to hear them shake them haters off. Shake them off.
Yeah, y'all go over to another channel and shake the haters off.
Shake the haters off like Rob from Texas. Shake that off like 3 Salt.
I'm going to hang up on the haters.
Shake it off.
Yeah, we got to go, Will. William, put down the ripple.
Man.
I love y'all. I love this show. I love doing these live shows. William, I love you, dog. I got to move on. 10:07. Let's go. 10:07 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? 1007. You on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? Going once. Wake up out the bed. I said. Going twice.
Yeah, who this is?
You call me. What you mean who this is? Who is this?
What you talking about?
You tell me.
Huh?
You call me. Tell me who is this?
What you talking about?
I'm talking about you. Who is this?
Huh? Oh shit.
If you can you can hear.
This DJ King Dingalang from Shaylo Trailer Park.
All right, talk to us, man. You got to say the one thing wrong right now. You better get it in before I hang up on you. Hurry up. I got
what you talking about?
I got your real number up here now, so be careful. You got your hold. If you can you can hear. You better hurry up. And 3, 2. That's what I thought. Yeah. Y'all ain't know I got them real phone numbers up here, huh? You get your behind up out of here, man. Y'all want to play around, man. Go play with your mama, man. Don't play with me. Here we go. 3038 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? 3038. Going once. 3030. Yes, sir. Talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
This Melvin, man. I'm from Detroit, but I live in Jackson, Mississippi right now. I'm calling, man, to say a little something. Hey, first of all, how you doing, Coach?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Your phone is real choppy, man. I don't know if you're in a shopping center, you working or what, man.
Oh, man. It's still, can you hear me now?
It's bad, man. I don't know if you got Bluetooth or what, man. It's picking up all that stuff in the back.
Hold on, let me see.
Y'all got to get off these Cricket Wireless, man.
Yeah. Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to call, man, and say, man, I think the defense played pretty good for their first game being that they was on the field most of the game. I think they played pretty good, man. I just think the offense, well, the play call, we got too many weapons, man, not to have no play calling, man. Pat Sherman, man, the same thing last year. Shador had to do most of his own work last year.
Gotcha.
He had to go out and come back and tell him what he's seen. And he mostly let Shador just, do his thing. But as far as Pat Sherman designing play calls on the offense, he's horrible, man. He horrible, and they know it. Everybody know it. Ain't nobody saying it, but man, he horrible. Them guys be uncomfortable in there, man.
I got you.
And like you say, he go ahead.
No, I'm saying I got you. Go ahead. Just say your last piece, and we'll put you on.
Like you were saying, man. He wasn't letting them go, man. He was calling these old crazy plays. He wasn't letting them sling the ball, man, like he wanted to, man.
I got you.
So he was nervous, man. He was nervous. But if they get rid of Pat Shermer and get a real offensive coordinator, man, they got a lot of weapons, man.
Gotcha.
They looked good, man. Look who they was playing. They didn't get beat bad.
That's right. Good job, Melvin. I got to run. Like I say, boy, appreciate you calling me from cell block 4. You snuck that cell phone in, man. Appreciate you, dog.
All right. Thank you, man.
Anytime. Listen, real quick before I go to the next caller. If y'all using Bluetooth and you out, I know it sounds good to you, but trust me, those Bluetooth headphones or the ear pods, they are very sensitive, so they pick up all kind of sound, guys. So do me a favor. If you call in, take it off, just put the phone to your ear. They got noise cancellation in the phones. I'm just trying to give y'all some hints because I know y'all can hear us clear, but all of the noise and stuff gets pulled through Bluetooth, the headphones, with that stuff, because it's very sensitive because it's not to your ear. So if you call into these shows or any other show, do the host a favor. Just take it off and call on your ear. I know it ain't convenient to everybody. You ain't used to it. But trust me, it really helps out. Let me get to the next caller here on the line, Dr. Stallin. Dr. Stallin, talk to us, baby. You got 2 minutes.
Oh, real quick, man. It's over with for Colorado. I'm not going to talk about the game. I'm a doctor for a reason, man. I studied body language, man. Coach Prime don't want to be there no more, man. They broke him with how they handle Shedeur and with Shiloh. He don't want to be there. Don't be surprised at the end of the year he's going to check out of there. He don't want to be there. He's not enthused anymore. You can look at his body language. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. So don't be surprised if it's last year. You don't want to be there.
All right, that's
Nobody's
cool.
saying that.
We could talk about that in a couple months, but what do you think about right now?
He checked out. He checked out. The 15 minutes of fame is over, man. I think he's been a helicopter parent. I believe he's suffering from child anxiety, separation anxiety. Excuse me, man. I think he's missing his children. They've always been his life, and I don't think he knows what to do without having them down there, man. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. And you don't want to be there. If your heart not in it, they ain't gonna win too many games, man. So I don't know what else to say. It's over with. Coach Prime is going back to the ranch, man, and get well, man. You know, he had a major surgery. I don't think he's healed. And I think he might just got to say, man, I've done my best. I got my children, put them in the best position I possibly can. Shiloh is not good enough to play in the NFL. He's not. He's slow. He's unathletic. So he won't be able to play in the NFL. And I think it's tough for him to watch him. He's always been able to protect his sons. And that's what happened when you raise your children and not let anybody else raise them. So when they see different, now you feel a certain type of way. He can't help anybody right now. He's always been that dad. I can soften the blow for my son. So now they're adults. So I'm looking at that. His body language reads separation anxiety from his children. I want to be with my children.
Gotcha.
They've been with for the last 20-some years. So this is just going to be this is a microcosm of what's going to happen this season. We finished 15 minutes of fun. Paul Feinbaum, all the rest of them going to have a great time with this, man.
All right. Well, we'll
we had
find
a good
out.
run with Travis and Shedeur, but this thing over. I've been watching sports a long time. This thing over.
All right, brother. All right, Dr. Stallin. We're going to definitely chop it up further on Tuesday, man. We'll get it in.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. That Dr. Stallin's on the line. Next, we're going to 2990. 2990 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from. You got 2 minutes.
Go Big Red.
I know you ain't talking about no Nebraska over Cincinnati. Is that who Big Red is? Nebraska over Cincinnati? Huh? I guess they called just to hang up. All right, I like it. I'm cool with that. Real quick, I understand. I'll just address a few things. Guys, I don't think we should need to panic. It is game one. I thought they fought a good game. I will say this. There's a lot of newness on this team, right? I understand that. But this is part of the residual effects when you constantly turn the roster over like that through transfer portal. I have to call it what it is, right? And I think, Georgia Tech shot themselves in the foot, but found a way to overcome it through the chemistry of their team. You know what I mean? Yeah, they had some new pieces. They had a new center snapping the ball high. I was scared he's going to do it again, but it is what it is. But they found a way to overcome, and that's what happens, man. Let's not panic right now. Well, it's game one. They played a good game. Haynes King, a 6th-year player, made a veteran play, and he did what he did. He did what he does, and he did what he's going to do to other teams as well, right? So I think it's so funny how we panicking right now. We're talking about a 7-point loss with a minute left in the game. I think we're a little bit ahead of the curve here. 0748. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Yeah, this is Michael Angelo Lee from Augusta, Georgia.
How you doing,
I appreciate what you do, Coach Hayes.
Thank you.
But just to reflect on the game. I mean, Colorado, they'll be fine. I feel like the offense just need to get the wide receivers involved. They brought some transfers in and guys that can make plays. You know, they got the guy Quentin Gibson who can, you know, give them some spark too as well. So I feel like they just need to, you know, utilize their weapons more. The run game looked good. Defense still looks suspect up front. I know DJ made an interception earlier in the game. The defense recovered 2 fumbles. But overall, it shouldn't be no panic. Coach Prime knows what he's doing. He knows how to motivate guys, give them the rile up, to believe what he wants them to, you know, do as far as how he wants them to play. And I feel like they'll respond next week. Like I said, it's no panic. Like I said, everything looks good. We just lost to a good Georgia Tech team, you know, veteran team. You know, they made mistakes earlier, but then again, you know, they got Haynes King, and he's been there for 5-6 years. Well, been starting for 5-6 years, so he's a veteran quarterback. So he looked poised and looked composed and didn't flinch. So, you know, but once they, you know, wore out Colorado's defense, you know, I feel like that was just the big turnaround in the game. But overall, Colorado is going to be fine. I mean, the Big 12 it's not going to be pretty, but you know, overall, I just feel like, you know, it's just they just got things they just need to just clean up. That's all.
I got you. Real quick, I'll say this. I got to give a unit on Colorado some credit, which is their special team. They pinned them inside the 5 twice, which made them go, 98 and 97 yards. And I think only one of those, they ended up with a field goal. So they gave them a long field to play with. Here's another thing. Colorado did not turn the ball over. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think they did not turn the ball over, right? So because they didn't turn the ball over, that helped them, right?
Right.
But
they should have capitalized. They should have capitalized on the turnovers. You got the ball, you know, past the 30-yard line, 25-yard line. When you recover those 2 fumbles, that's when you're supposed to capitalize 100%. On those turnovers and, you know, put the pressure on the other team. I feel like they didn't do that. They only got what 3 points or a touchdown.
Well, they got
7, either or.
No, they got 7 points. They got 7 points off the 3 turnovers. 7 points. So,
right.
Yep. I appreciate it, man. Let me take these other callers. Maybe we'll get them in. We rocking and rolling. 241 in the building and climbing. We'll get this thing rocking.
Already.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Good call right there. Real quick. I got 189 from Muhammad in the building. Go Canes. Sunday, baby. Huh? Talk to me. Muhammad, we got 1 day, 19 hours, 10 minutes, and 16, 15, 14 seconds before we put them Lucky Charms in the box. Come here, Lucky Charm. Rock and Rant 1 for 189. Anyone catch they didn't use their timeouts? Yeah, I spoke about it earlier. Time management is going to be the topic of this game at the very end. Everybody and their mom is going to talk about time management. I think that was a thing that Coach Prime may have suffered with last year. Time management. Right now, you can't walk away with 2 timeouts. Think about it. You had 1 minute to score and you didn't use any of your timeouts, right? But again, that's situational football. You got to practice the scenarios. And to Kaden Salter's fault, but also to his credit, he fought to try to get out of bounds, but he forgot I got 2 timeouts. I can take one of them. Get vertical. Don't go east and west. You want to go north and south. Get as many yards I can get this way. Slide. Get down. If you get the first, the clock stops. That gives you more time. Get up. Boom. Quick play. I mean, that has to be practiced. I'm not saying they don't practice it. I don't know. But I'm just saying what has to be practiced and make it happen. Let me get to the next caller on here. 8399. 8399. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Hey, this is Reed from Nevada, Las Vegas.
Hey, Reed, you
What's
got
going
2
on,
minutes,
Coach?
brother. Good, man. Good hearing from you. Talk to me, man.
My thing is, everybody already said it. Didn't use the timeouts, didn't use the receivers. How you gonna have a Lamborghini on the outside and use your Mercedes in the back? Like, what we doing? We gonna feature the run? Are you kidding me? With all those receivers, what are they talking about? And the thing that I like about last year's team is they made halftime adjustments. They didn't make halftime adjustments. They did really good with confusing the D line. They did really good with confusing the D line. And every now and then they had talent that could break through that, but they didn't make an adjustment. And I think that was the worst part, is they didn't make adjustments. Of course, all the other stuff looked pretty good to me. It's too little, too late. When they did throw it, they looked good.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like, what are they doing? I don't get it.
Well, the only thing
I don't know what you think about it.
The only thing I'll say to you, Reed, it's so we can all Monday morning quarterback this thing, right? But one of the biggest concerns was, could they run the ball this year? And I thought they made a conscious effort and they were effective running the football, right? They did an effective job running the ball. Now, we all can question what kind of passes they were throwing. I never liked the screen. I never thought they blocked the screens well. Georgia Tech was highly aggressive, right, with those.
Yeah.
And they didn't give Kaden Salter, from what I can remember, intermediate throws, the middle of the digs and so forth, and sit down around.
Right.
Everything was off tackle perimeter deals. I don't know why that is. Again, this is Pat Shurmur.
Right.
If I was blind and didn't know, let me say that, not blind, but if I didn't know who the previous OC was and looked at last year and this year, I would have thought it was two different people. You understand? Seriously, because it didn't look the same. Formations weren't the same. They
different quarterback,
motion.
but I thought it was inappropriate. We all love the little screens, but it was inappropriate. Like, what are you doing? Why'd you call that play there? Why'd you do two? For instance, he did 2 quarterback sneaks. It's not like Kaden Salter is a big dude. Like, I get, okay, he tried one. It didn't really look that good. I'd have tried something else. I don't know. Like, back to back, I don't.
But to his credit, he got it, though. Right, but to his credit, though, Reed, he got it. I'm with you, but he got it. No, but to his credit. And I was saying,
he stumbled, tripped. He got it, okay. But I just mean, like, there were a lot of things I thought were confusing.
That's fair.
They overused the screen pass, and it wasn't effective. Why the dink and dunk stuff, I don't get it. I think they did it off those turnovers. Mm-hmm. Dink and dunk, like, what are we doing? Open it up. You got this Lamborghini. You using the running backs. Running backs are good. The Mercedes, they good. They're good. Good. But you got a Lamborghini out there. Put it in their hands. Let them do it. He missed a couple. But I don't think they did enough utilizing the receivers. I think he looked all right. He looked okay. I thought this is on the coaching. They got out coached.
Gotcha.
The team is good, but they're not that good. They got out coached, I think. That's my opinion. But like you said,
I get it.
We could all Monday morning quarterback this thing.
Sure.
I thought they got out coached.
All right, man.
They didn't adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next time they'll do that.
Well, we'll find out, man. Well, Reed, I appreciate y'all. You said Vegas, right? From Vegas?
Right. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, man, do me a favor, Reed. Put $1, bet it all on black for me. If you win, send me my money. If you don't win,
you got it. If you
don't win, that $1, I'll pay you when I see you.
For sure. You got it.
All right, brother. All right, good call right there. Real quick, man. $10 in the building, man. Delio 305 for the $10. We got to clap it up for the $10 now. Y'all can't be playing with the $10 up here. Y'all clap it up for the $10. ACC in the house from Pee Wee to college. That RPO F's with their heads. King can't throw the ball, but he can run the ball. Now, Delio, you shot me $10, and I appreciate you. But if you saw the graphic prior to the thing, he was 72.9% last year. 72.9%. And the prodigal son was 74% last year. 74%. A lot of people think Haynes King can't throw the ball. Here's what I'll say. I'm not saying he's the world beater passer, but here's what I will say. I will say he's effective at what he does, throwing the ball, right? Again, he ain't Dan Marino, right? He ain't Brett Favre in it. I totally understand that. So that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that what he does throw complements what he does with his feet. That's all I'm gonna say. So to your point, I thank you. I just want to put that out there. And again, we make it happen. Yeah, we're gonna definitely break that film down as well. All right, let me get to the next caller here on the line. Who we got? 91. Oh, we got anonymous. Who's anonymous? I'll sometimes be scared of these anonymous calls. Talk to me.
Yeah, Coach. I thought Colorado did okay. I thought they just lost to Georgia Tech.
All right, give us your name real quick, bro. What's your name?
Oh, my name, Chad.
All right, Chad. Talk to us, man. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I just thought Colorado did good. I felt like Georgia Tech played good. Both the quarterbacks was quick on their feet. Colorado could have used the wide receivers more, but maybe the time clock management, could be hit on Colorado, like others have said, but I didn't really see Colorado did look better than I had seen them in the past. They certainly had a quarterback who knew how to throw the ball away, So
yeah,
I felt like Colorado nothing to worry about as for Colorado. But yeah, they just lost to Georgia Tech. That quarterback for Georgia Tech, I mean, he balled out tonight, so that happens.
Yeah, and again, Georgia Tech stuck to their game plan. This is who they are. This is what they're going to be, and this is who they're going to be in the future. Right? Is what it was. That's what they did last year. This is the offense that this head coach liked. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I understand. It would be just so interesting to, when I get off of here, to kind of go around and hear what these other content and even the talking heads on the ESPNs and Fox Sports and all that. I would love to hear what they have to say. All right. I don't know what they're going to say, but it's very interesting to hear what they have to say. I thought Colorado had a decent showing, right? They were not favored to win. They actually stuck very close to what Vegas had them at, was 3 points. All right. I mean, Haynes King popped one, but I mean, they were right there. It wasn't a blowout. I thought it was a good defensive game, and they got to find their rhythm. But this is also where you got to have that continuity and that chemistry. But brother, I thank you for that call, man. Thank you so much, man, Chad. And we'll push on here, brother. All right, good call right there. All right, we cranking these down. 7110 in the building. 7110. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Yes, my name is Debbie Duncan. I'm calling from Alabama, and boy, I almost lost my thought. It took so long to get on here.
I'm sorry. We got a lot of callers. Yes, Debbie, we got you all the way from Alabama in the building. You got 2 minutes, Debbie. Talk to me.
Okay, this is my concern. It looked like everything, I saw it in the second half because I was doing something else, but they already had scored. But the quarterback to me looked totally out of sync, like he was indecisive too many times, especially like when it was about 2 yards to get a first down or something. He ran horizontal instead of going up the middle. He had his eyes on that one receiver the whole while that he was committing to that play, and he could have cut up the middle and really got the first down, but he didn't take that route. And then those passes that he threw over the head of the receivers, and they were wide open. And then the one at the end where he burned up all the time, when he had the first down, he went running back, killing 10 or 15 more seconds. So at the end of the day, it looked like he was out of sync, and Welch was playing good. And then all of a sudden, when they get to that deciding factor on that 5-yard line, they made a lot of bad calls, in my opinion. And then they kept cutting away with ESPN at the most pivotal play. They'll cut into a commercial, and you come back, something has already happened. That got on my nerves. But they should have made that score when they was on that 5-yard line. And to me, they didn't have a good looked like scheme for what they would run. Welch ran in the end zone like he was going to become a passer, and he had been the one with the legs. And then this man turn around and he gets sacked or something and lose about 5 or 10 yards to make sure they didn't have a chance to go for it on the 4th down. So I don't know. I'm almost tired of football. It looks like everything is scripted, and that it don't look real no more because nobody seems to be upset. Like I'm saying, we got 2 timeouts that we didn't do nothing with. We didn't stop the boy. Saw he was like lost his composure. They should have took time out to help that young fella and tell him, look, we need you to go downfield. And he just looked like from what I saw in the second half. He looked just like he was just out of sync and didn't have a clue. I don't know. I don't know whether it was nerve reading. He was throwing the ball so bad, but I wasn't impressed with his running either. He ran when he had to, not when I thought he should have, when it was those short downs. Then the time when we almost lost the first 4th and 1 because they gave it to him and he acted like he honestly didn't want to run, and they should have gave it to Welch, who had the power legs. Then he bagged into it, and they say he got the first down. It was questionable to me whether he actually got it. So I don't know. I just think he played bad personally. I don't think he played good. Now, it might have been nerves and all of that, but that second half, I thought they would have calmed down.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I know you got your TV rocking back in the back, but thank you for your call, Debbie. Don't be a stranger. We do the shows on Tuesdays for Colorado. If you're new, are you a CU auntie?
Pardon me?
Are you a CU auntie?
I am. I'm a C12.
CU auntie. They call it. They call the ladies who follow Colorado. They call them CU aunties.
Oh, well, if y'all call it, I follow Coach Prime, and I heard what the other caller said too. He said that Coach has lost his love for the game because his son's not there. I don't think that's the case. I only think that what he's doing is he see how it's set up. Officials, all kind of stuff be against him, and then his son had, like they got Juju over there now, just making a mockery out of him, and then they made a mockery out of Shiloh. He makes an error, and they just blow it out of proportion. So he has a lot on him with his illness, but I don't think he's got a quit mentality in his bones. No way. I don't think Coach Prime has that. It's just that at some point you get battle weary, and you see the defense was just letting too many runs, just like last year.
So I'll take it. So I'll take it. You'll see you auntie then.
Okay, cause I followed them the last. Well, ever since Coach Prime been there, I've been there.
Got you. Thank you, Miss W. I appreciate you, and we'll push on. Much love.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. That's my girl right there. Shout out to Miss Debbie in the building from Alabama. 2768 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? What's up, Coach Haynes?
Who am I talking to, man? Slap yourself, man.
Hey, this is Notre Dame James from Atlanta.
Oh Lord, I can't even say your name. Notre Dame James. Notre Dame James. All right, talk to me.
Now see that? Oh, we name call it now.
No disrespect. Hold up, now, James. Y'all called us convicts, and you just had people on there calling us unintelligent. I know you saw that clip on Twitter.
Wow.
Oh,
no. I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
They name call it. You know what we're going to call y'all on Sunday? You know what we're going to call y'all on Sunday?
What you going to call us, man?
Losers.
Okay. You see, I realize this is a buff show, but I had to call in. But you sound mighty confident on that, Coach. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know if you want to be that confident. And I mean, are you? I'm just curious.
Dang, let me tell you something, bro.
Okay, go ahead, brother. I'm listening.
I am no ways tired about Notre Dame. Y'all got a quarterback that popping zits. Y'all look, between both y'all quarterbacks, they've thrown 4 passes in college, and only one of them has actually thrown 4 passes, and he ain't even starting. CJ
Coach, we talking about the. I mean, but you got to lay some respect to the running game, though. I mean, That's
one aspect. That's one aspect,
and the defense. I mean, Coach, come on now.
Okay, let me ask you a quick question before I run out of time here.
I'm a coach. Go ahead, brother.
Should you lay respect to our running game?
Oh, most definitely.
Should you lay
But,
respect?
most definitely.
Respect?
But no, but what I'm saying is,
hold on.
but coach, come on now, compare your running game to ours, and let's just be honest. No, I'm seriously. No, please be 100 with me, coach. Come on.
Here's what I want to do because this is Colorado. We're gonna have a pregame show. I'm gonna actually be at the game, but on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Tuesday I do Colorado, Wednesday I do Miami, and we could dive a little deeper because I do have other people on the line. But here's what I want to say to you, Sir James.
I got it.
You better bring
from Atlanta.
You better bring football Jesus with you. And he better trade his sandals in for some cleats.
Well, you a fool.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, what's that last part?
He better trade his sandals in for some cleats. Because that's the only way y'all gonna win. I'm just letting you know. And with that being said, I love you, dog. I appreciate you, but we still going.
Coach,
James,
I love you, man. I'll let you know.
I know. I'm gonna say this. I'll say this last piece, James. I'm gonna say this last piece. For whatever reason, I want you to hear me closely.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, we don't win the game on the field. We damn sure gonna win in the parking lot. I'm just letting you know. So, with that being said,
okay,
hide your wife, hide your kids. Hide your wife, hide your kids. Somebody getting whooped. All right, James. Much
you
love.
Confident? You confident?
As I
got
should.
Jesus on our side. Peace out.
Peace. I love it, dog. Y'all funny. 9139 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? 9139 on the line. Oh, I ain't hit the button. That's why I'm sorry. 9139 on the line. Call or talk to us.
Coach Haynes is Frank from Pasadena.
Frank from Pasadena from the west side. Talk to us, baby.
From the west side. You know, man, like I'm conflicted, for a team that wasn't supposed to win this game. We were supposed to win this game. I felt like we should have won. I think the main points for me are when a team gets 3 turnovers and goes into the half leading the game, that gives them so much confidence to be in the game mentally.
Sure.
The fact that we were not able to capitalize off those turnovers. Also, too, they rushed for 320 yards, and any team that rushes for 320 yards against any team usually is going to win the game. I think this came down to us not being able to stop the run. We had a couple penalties that created scores for them, like that pass interference when they were below the 20. And then we got to the red zone or past the 50 a lot. We just couldn't capitalize. So we had to walk away with field goals instead of touchdowns. And I just think this was a game of missed opportunities, not capitalizing off those turnovers and not being able to stop the goddamn run for nothing. That was the most frustrating part, especially on a couple 4th and 1s when the quarterback kept it. It's like, bro, the quarterback gonna keep it. He been killing y'all all day. Just gotta get down to the X's and O's and stop the run. But also too, there were a lot of things that I liked about what Colorado did. I think we are a better team than last year. I think in a couple games we'll fix those little corrections, and hopefully, we'll have a good season. I did like that drive from Kaden Salter when we were down 20-13 and we needed that score. That was a methodical drive, like a 7-minute drive where he just. I liked what I seen out of him. I just wish that they would have got the offense going more in the first half, and like I said, capitalize off of those turnovers.
Yeah, listen, I said that from the beginning, though. When people turn the ball over, you get a chance to steal possessions, right? And that's exactly what happened.
Right.
You had 2 takeaways and 2 turnovers and 1 takeaway. I think there's a little bit of difference in that, meaning you took the ball away through the interceptions. However, you got 7 points out of 1, and at one point I know it seemed like, it's going to be a walk-off win, but Georgia Tech has been battle tested. They went to 8 overtimes with Georgia. I kind of mentioned that in the pregame. They have been through the gauntlet of college football. They've won games. They've lost games. They beat teams that they were supposed to be the underdogs to. Like I said, you took a Georgia program to 8 overtimes. You go across the pond to Dublin, Ireland, and you put a Florida State to sleep. We know that they're 2-10 after the season, But at the time, they kicked the season off. They didn't know Florida State was going to be that bad. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, they were a top 25 team starting that game, and they went across. Think about just the flight and the travel, all that takes. So this team is battle tested, right? So they're not going to flinch when things happen because they've been around, and they brought it back a lot of old pieces. They weren't a lot of new pieces. So it's not like, oh, we talking about a team from last year and they got a bunch of new faces. So to your point, man, I appreciate it, man. And I think you got some very valid points. And I think that they're reasonable points. You got to be able to capitalize. And I was saying that in the Discord. If you don't capitalize on turnover, especially where you were getting the ball at,
Right.
Even those 3 points.
On a good note, we rushed for 146 yards. That's the Colorado players. We ain't used to that.
Come on. Hey, listen, I'm not, like I said, I'm not. And the thing is, that's what people were looking for. Are they going to run the ball? You ran for 146, threw for 159. That's a 50-50 shot right there. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, but the defense, the defense, man, you can't give up 450 plus yards in the second one game. You definitely can't give up 320 rushing yards in the second one game. And also too, you can't get 3 turnovers and not capitalize off of them and expect to win a game. But I think it'll be things that we could correct. I like our chances in the big play. In the Big 12 play this year, but we'll see how everything shakes out.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the call, man. Like I said, call in on Tuesdays, man. Y'all make sure y'all call in on Tuesdays. We have a little bit more time, and we can really dive deep into it, man.
I got you, Coach Hayes. You'll see how the Canes do with Carson and the Becks.
Get your popcorn ready. And guess what?
You
know what I'm about to tell you. We finna play Notre Dame. So you know what that means. Hide your kids, hide your wife. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
You hear that, Notre Dame, James?
Definitely hide your kids.
All right, brother. I'm gonna holler at you.
They might walk past your wife.
Hide the kids.
Yes, sir. Much love.
Right.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Good one, man. Thanks, caller, man. Good job. Real quick, Joel Shy for the $5. I believe that's how you say it. How about them jackets? Huh? How about them yellow jackets? Them boys out there stinging, man. Huh? There was people out there talking about ain't nobody checking for no Georgia Tech. Well, y'all better watch your mouth, boy. Watch your mouth. Off in this joint. All right, let me go ahead and get the next caller in. If you'd like to call in now, I'm going to close the line after this caller. So please call in now. You can hear the show through the phone. So call in now. Get this thing rocking and rolling. Coach got to get on that road tomorrow. I got to see a real football team. You know what I mean? My beloved, move that mic down just a little bit. My beloved Miami Hurricanes going to kick it off in one day, 18 hours, 46 minutes, and 5, 4, 3 seconds, if you understand. Here we go. 2896 on the line. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy John, South Carolina.
John, what's up with you, brother? How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm great, man. Football season started back, so, I had to get back on here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate you coming back on. Talk to us, man. What's on your mind?
All right. Well, I'm just going to make this real quick, short and sweet.
All right.
The first thing that I thought about in the game was I was happy to see that Colorado is taking a more balanced approach when it comes to their offense. I'm glad that I'm seeing a lot of tight ends get in the game and get some work out there on the field. So, that was a good, pleasant surprise. I don't get these Colorado fans complaining about not using the wide receivers when all they used was wide receivers last year and there was no running game. And now you get in the running game, and now we complaining about the pass. I just don't get it. But regardless, I think Salters did okay. But I think this goes to show, how good Shedeur and Travis Hunter was last year. Because it's a similar talent, just you don't have the Heisman guy and you don't have the projected first-round quarterback. And I think this is what you get. I knew that they was in trouble when they did not get any turnovers, any points off the last 2 turnovers. They got 7 points off the first one, but then the next 2 came, and then they ended up having to punt the football. And I was like, this game is going to be a long game for them because they were not stopping the run. Even before then, they just made some plays. I will say this: their pass rush is really good. So you don't want to get in, to passing situation with them, because their pass rush is really good. I will give them that. And like I said, I think their battles approach to the offense was a pleasant surprise, and I hope they keep that up. Outside of that, Georgia Tech was the way better team. I think without the turnovers, and I hate saying that, but if we're gonna just be 100% honest, without the turnovers, this is a blowout. Without the turnovers, this is a blowout.
Yeah. Now you have to listen, and here's what I will say: we could speak in hypotheticals. If it was a fifth, we'd be drunk. If my aunt had, it should be my uncle. I'll get it. However, they did occur, right, and that's the game, right? It's almost like if Kaden Salter throws that ball on those two backs, do they win? So we can play that, and I'm with that. I'm definitely with you. But I will give Colorado credit from the physical standpoint. I thought defensively they were hella physical, bro. They was thumping out there. I didn't see a lot of missed tackles. I saw they actually had some big play saving tackles where they caught the guy by the foot. You know what I mean? Like one or two steps, they would have been up out of there. So defensively, I really feel like they have improved. Again, it's hard to do that on one game, look, but I really feel like they improved. So I think they'll do well this year. I don't know if they're 11-win team, but I do think that what I saw, I wasn't disappointed in what I saw. I know people are disappointed because they lost, but I definitely think they got a lot to stack on. And here's my last thing I'll say, so you get your last word. Again, when you constantly in that revolving door cycle, I know people don't understand that. But when you're constantly in this revolving door cycle, and a lot of your personnel changes, you're going to get this. Think about it. The only returning starter on that team was Jordan Seaton that I can think of on offense. Jordan Seaton was the only returning starter that I know of. Not contributor, but starter.
Yep.
I'm not mad.
Yep.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think overall they did, a good job overall in the game. I think, and to your point on the defensive side of the ball, I think their problem is not necessarily being physical. I think their problem is gap integrity, because as you know, part of being a good run stopping team is being able to control the gaps and not miss your gaps. And I think that's what happened a lot more this game than anything. Was their inability to have gap integrity, which allows for the jet sweeps, which allowed for a lot of these counter quarterback runs and all that stuff that broke loose. And so I think that's one thing that they will have to work on. But I would say this: their biggest weakness to me is the linebackers. The biggest weakness to me is the linebackers. If the linebackers don't get it straightened out, it's going to be a long season for them. That's just how I look at it. And just from me looking at the schedule, I got them going 7-5 this year. I think they're going to take a slight step back from 9-3. I think I got them going 7-5.
Gotcha. All right, brother. Well, man, great call, man. Great information. Appreciate your point of view. And we'll definitely chop it up, man.
Most definitely.
Much love, man. Appreciate you. Man, good call right there. I definitely think that. I got 2159 on the line. Caller, give me 1 second. Just go through a couple things here, and we'll make it happen. Let me see. Let me make sure I get this going really quickly. I brought this up about linebackers. I said linebackers was new. Their linebacking core was new, right? The loss of Nakai Hill-Green was huge, right? I think that was a very big loss to them. I'm not sure what he's going to do at Alabama, but I thought that was big. And that's part of the box. Yeah, you can have a great D-line, but those three guys behind them got to know how to fit, kind of to my man's point. All right, our last caller of the night in the building, man.
The conference has been locked.
2159 on the line. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. You got 2 minutes.
Whoa, God bless you. Calling from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. How you doing tonight, Coach?
That boy calling from Baton Rouge, baby. LSU country. What you talking about? You got crawfish and cheese dressing. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Well, first off, shout out to G-Tech, man. Even, 10 years removed from the great Paul Johnson, not much has changed, baby. They're still maybe the NCAA's most fearsome rushing team. You know, I came up watching Paul Johnson and those offenses he had in Atlanta, where they kind of shredded teams with that wing T, and not much has changed. Brent Keys has assembled maybe the most daunting rushing attack you're gonna find in the country consistently outside the service academies. First off, shout out to Colorado, what Coach Prime's been able to do. He's managed to pretty much make Colorado a program that struggled for a long time, at least a competitive program. And I love when he's on the skill positions, but just like what happened at Jackson State, this is still a Deion Sanders coach football team that I think kind of falls short on both sides of the line of scrimmage, especially in the interior. I think Georgia Tech did the same thing that happened to Deion Sanders at Jackson, and the same thing that happened to Deion Sanders against Brigham Young last year in the bowl game. And that's, Colorado was incredible on the outside. I'll even use the word incredible, even elite. But Georgia Tech, and shout out to that interior offensive line they got. They ran QB counter, and they ran that counter play that I saw Florida State run a lot with Alex Atkins. They ran that play to perfection.
I remember that.
Especially. Yes, sir. I'm a football guy, a lot like you. And Georgia Tech may not be the most talented team. I thought they would have been a little bit better on the outside, but in the interior offensive line, they are truly an elite group out there.
I think that's a very fair statement, what you're saying. But here's what else I'll say. I thought that Colorado was weak on the edges, right? When it came to just the edge rush, the edge stopping, right? And then the funny thing about it, they were killing them with the jet sweep. They were getting major yardage off these jet sweeps. And then they went into halftime, and I'm like, okay, they're going to come back and they're going to light these jet sweeps up, man, right, to open up the inside. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, right, like you're talking about coaching, they're going to run the jet sweep a couple times, then they're going to fake the jet sweep. GT, they're going to do the quarterback GT up the gut, because now your linebacker is going to overrun it. It's going to split you up the middle. They very rarely came back. I don't think they came back to this jet sweep too much, if they did at all. And it was shocking, because I thought they did so well with it in the first half that it would have given Georgia Tech's offense opportunity to kind of split the gut a little bit, and it just didn't. Bro, I saw Georgia Tech ran a fullback. I thought it was a trap, but they didn't trap it. The boys gave out a fullback zone play, dog. What are we doing?
Absolutely.
I thought it was a trap when I first saw it, right? I thought it was an old school fullback trap, but it wasn't. They didn't trap a guy. They just kind of shot it up the gut.
That was Army's old, that was Army's old play back in the day. Remember that play?
Yeah, speaking of Army, they lost today to Tarleton, dog. What is happening?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, that's what happens when you don't have an explosive offense. But
here's what I
believe with this.
Hold on. Here's what I'm gonna say happened to them. You ready?
Go ahead.
That's what happened to Army right there. Them boys fail.
And I'm ex-Army. I'm actually a veteran. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yes, sir. Well, appreciate your service. Thank you for your service, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead.
God bless.
Give us your last words.
I still think that's the best offensive line, and especially rushing team they're going to play all year. I think Colorado's skill guys are still dangerous enough to get open on most teams they play. I just think that without having a magician like Shedeur Sanders and a once-in-a-lifetime talent like Travis Hunter, your play calling now has to get more a lot more pragmatic, and you're also going to have to really focus on really doing volume over just relying on splash plays. Colorado's going to have to wear people down on drives. They can't just do what they did last year with Webster and Travis Hunt and the rest, where they can just dump it off in a screenplay or a button hook, and next thing you know, it's 6. You're going to have to be more lethargic with whoever starts at quarterback. And this offensive line for Colorado is a big unit, one of the bigger units in the country. They're going to have to use some zone and counter concepts because you don't want to – I don't know if they're going to have an offensive line this good under Sanders again. And like I said, I still think the Big 12 is still a very winnable conference for them. They're just going to have to be a more complete football team. But shout out to you, baby. Have a great rest of the night.
Appreciate you, baby. Cash Money Millionaire. Hey, Cash Limited in the Army, better yet a Navy. Listen, boy, I was a Master P Cash Money fool, boy, back when them boys came out. But much love to that last caller. Man, this was super fun. We said we're gonna do about an hour. We had an hour and a half. I'm perfect with that. That's cool. Man, this was so much fun. I'm so glad we back in the seat, making it happen. We will be trying to do a pregame show for the Miami Hurricanes on Sunday, but it's supposed to be having thunderstorms and all that. Definitely not gonna get my equipment wet. I love y'all to death. I love y'all to death, but we can't mess up the equipment. So we're gonna definitely try to see if we can get the pregame in, a postgame in. I'm not really sure, but however it goes, we're gonna make it happen, man. But this is super fun. The good, bad, and ugly. I'm leaving tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be able to record the good, bad, and ugly for this game right now. For you all new to this channel, that's where I break down all the good plays, the bad plays, the ugly plays, and just kind of talk through it. Those do get demonetized. So all I ask from you is just hit the like, share, and subscribe button. It's free. It costs absolutely nothing, right? So we make that happen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, falling in. Look at I gotta find why my camera goes dead like that. But anyway, thank you guys for calling in. Thank you guys for adhering to the 2 minutes, making it happen. And we're gonna definitely have a lot of fun this season. It's a lot of football left, and boy, I'm killing them in that college fantasy draft we got going on with Coach A football. Coach putting them to work right now, boy. The boys calling in, Coach, can I get my money back? I got to pay my light bill. You know what I told that fool? Shut up, fool. Slap that cat, man. But with all that being said, we up out of here. Much love. Peace. Golly. Be a good year, baby. Be a good year. And I ain't talking about no tires.